Hello to all my beautiful viewers out there. Today I'm going to be talking about the upcoming release of the Air Jordan 11 Bred Colourway. So before we dive into the release details to do with the Air Jordan 11 Bred, just to further that also as well, when we talk about the Air Jordan 11 Bred, I will be going over to a sneaker news article which will dive into all the details to do with this upcoming release. So we'll dive into that. First of all, I thought I would just like to do some little housekeeping things on the channel. So number one would be thank you so much to everyone who's been subscribing recently. We've recently hit 1,700 subs, which I know to a lot of people, when you do a comparison to bigger channels, like you're like, 1,700, what's that to 100,000? Yeah, of course. I mean, you're comparing the channel to huge channels, but I see this as a huge achievement. I'm like, you know what? I have 1,700 subs. I have wonderful subscribers that always love to have a good chat in the comment section below about streetwear and sneakers, and I couldn't ask for much more. I mean, would I love 100,000 subs? Of course, who wouldn't love 100,000 subs? But honestly, I'm just thankful for everyone that's here at 1,700, and you know what? I'm totally fine with that. Maybe one day we'll get to 100,000, way off into the distance a couple years down the track, but you know what? I'm totally fine with that. 1,700 is awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for me reaching that. I honestly didn't think that we would reach this at all. I was sitting at 1,400 subs, and I was like, I'm just going to be stuck here forever. I'm never going to get any higher than this. But 1,700, that's blown me away. That's crazy. Thank you so much to everyone that's been subscribing recently. Now, the second housekeeping thing, I wanted to do an unboxing video of the Danyal Dream Hoodie. Unfortunately, I've not received it yet, and if you're following the dates correctly, the Danyal Police Volume 1 hoodie that's getting restocked is coming out tonight my time. It's coming out 4 a.m. Tuesday, so I'm very iffy on if I should stay up till 4 a.m. or if I should just pass out, have alarms on at 3:45, wake up then, turn on the computer, cop the hoodie, go back to sleep, or if I should just pull an all-nighter and go to 4 a.m. and then pass out as soon as the hoodie's copped. I honestly don't know what I should do, but I'll make that decision later on. We won't worry about it too much. The third piece of housekeeping news is kind of depressing, and it is why I'm wearing this hoodie today. Unfortunately, famous rapper Juice WRLD has passed away due to medical complications. It sounds like he suffered a stroke, and at 21, that is a wild concept. To think that that's only a year older than me. I'm 20 years old, obviously. 21. No one should be passing away at 21, let alone from health complications. If you are self-medicating or struggling with anything, please see someone. Do not resort to drugs or alcohol. Don't resort to any of that. Do not self-medicate. Please see someone. I don't know if that is any in relation to his death at all, but I thought I'd just mention that if you are struggling with a hard time, please do not resort to any substance to try and ease that hard time. Just talk about it. Start a YouTube channel and talk about it. Talk about it online. Just do not self-medicate with substances to try and fix that issue. So, in memory of that today, I'm going to be wearing the V-Lone Juice hoodie that I did unbox on the channel, and we'll move from there, unfortunately. Rest in peace, Juice WRLD. I'm sorry to see that you passed away at 21. That's a scary thought. Passed away too young, honestly. But, moving on, from such a depressing note, those are just some housekeeping things. Let's move on to the Air Jordan 11 Breds. They are releasing soon, mid-December. We'll cover all the release details, as I said, in a sneaker news article. Obviously, the Breds were originally pioneered by this wonderful shoe here, the Air Jordan 1 Bred. So get ready to see a very luxurious Air Jordan 11 stylized in this wonderful colorway here. We'll dive into, as I said, all the details to do with that in the sneaker news article. So without further ado, let's jump into the sneaker news article and see what's going on. Now let's dive in. Okay, so this is the sneaker news article that I said that I have for the Air Jordan 11 Breds. I will, of course, as always, link it in the description section below. So if you want to have a read yourself, you can definitely dive into that. But let's dive into the Air Jordan 11 Bred. Now, I haven't actually read the article yet. Apparently, these are some alleged rumors to do with this release. Apparently, we are getting 2 million pairs. That may be spread across all of these sizing. As you can see, we're getting men's, kids, young kids, and what's it called? Toddlers as well. These are 4 sizes that get showcased, but I'm pretty sure there's 5 of them because there's little toddlers as well. I can't remember the actual sizings that it goes into because there's like kids, there's like grade school, there's like toddlers, and then there's like babies. There's 5 different sizing options that it can come in. So I don't know if the 2 million pairs are going to be split across all those sizings. So we're going to get 400,000 of each size. We'll have to see. Either way, apparently the Air Jordan 11 Bred for 2019 is going to be quite a general release. I would love to pick up a pair. I hope they don't sell out, but I don't actually own a pair of Air Jordan 11s. I know I really should, but I was looking towards the end of the year to maybe pick up a pair of Air Jordan 4 Breds instead. And I think those 2 retros are going to be the big contenders in which was the best Jordan retro of this year. Some people are leaning towards the 11 Breds already because apparently these are very true to how they were in 1996. But we'll dive into the article, we'll have a look, and then I'll dive into what I mean about how true it is to the actual retro after the article. So, the official release guide to the Air Jordan 11 Bred. There we go. That's what it looks like in the adult sizing and all the sizing below it, but let's dive in. So, shattering sales records year after year, the December release of the Air Jordan 11 Retro has risen to be Jordan Brand's most significant shoe release of the 4 seasons. That said, the bar is set rather high for the upcoming drop of the famed Bred Jordan 11s, as this original colorway from 1996, may I just also add very quickly, that's 3 years before I was born, so this retro from way back, this shoe was from well before I was born, hence why I don't have a lot of these sneakers or have a lot of experience with a lot of sneakers outside Jordan 1s. It's only been in the past 4 or 5 years that I've been collecting Jordans and actually getting into it. So all things considered, comparing myself to other sneaker collectors, I'm quite new to this whole sneaker game and stuff. So I would love to own a piece of history like this Jordan 11 Retro. But we'll have to see if I'm able to cop it or if I'm going to go after the Bred 4s by the end of the year. We'll have to see. So, the colorway from 1996 is scheduled to hit stores on December 14th. So, looking at my watch, that is 5 days from now. So by the end of this week, that is a crazy release mid-December, honestly. A lot of people are going to be scrambling after this. This is a very sought after colorway. The Jordan 11 Bred, I don't know if it is the most retroed Jordan 11 colorway, but I know that there are so many different years that this Jordan 11 has been retroed. There are a bunch of videos comparing it over the comparing this 2019 release to all the other Jordan 11 retros that have happened in the past. And there are so many. There are so many. So I think there is a lot of pressure on Jordan Brand to get this retro right to how it was in 1996. And from what I've seen so far, a lot of people are saying they've done a pretty good job, all things considered. So it is releasing on December 14th in adult, big kids, little kids, preschool, and toddler sizing offerings. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sizing offerings. So I've heard rumors that apparently we're going to get 2 million pairs released, but if it's releasing equally, I'm going to say, the same quantity per sizing, that means we're only going to get 400,000 pairs per sizing, and then you divide that by how many sizes they release, which is up to a size 18, I assume. Whenever Jordan Brand does a retro release, they usually release up to a size 18, so I will actually be able to cop it. I will be looking for a size 16 or 17. With the Jordan 11s, I don't know if I'd be a 16 or 17, and the reason that I say that I'm a size 16 or 17, whenever I don't know what my size is, I always safely purchase a size 17 because I know it's either going to be my size or a little bit bigger, but not big enough for me to be like, you know what, I can't wear this, it's too big. I buy a size 17 whenever I'm buying older Jordan 1s, because Jordan 1s over the years slightly change in size with each yearly release. For an example, when I wear my, I'll bring it out actually. When I wear my, I think these are 2014 black and white retros. These are really small in size 17 compared to my size 17 Breds here. I mean, they're two exactly the same model. They're both Jordan 1s, but because this was released in 2016 and this was released in 2014, the sizing is totally different. These are a lot tighter than my Breds, so that's why I always buy a 17 just to be safe. And with the Air Jordan 11 Bred, if I was to buy a pair, I would consider buying a size US 17 just to play it safe. Because I wouldn't want to buy a pair and then have it not fit, because I don't want to go through the whole mess of trying to return it. Oh god, I don't even want to think about that. So yeah, I'll be looking to buy a pair of size 16 to 17s and just see how it fits, and then from then on I'll know what my size is in the Jordan 11, so we'll have to see. I'll go into it. While each and every OG colorway of the patent leather shoes have their own esteem, many consider the Jordan 11 Bred as the pinnacle exemplar of luxury and sport, as Jordan rode this colorway all the way through an unthinkable 72-10 season and ensuing an NBA championship. Crazy season that year. I would love if we would have, I know this sounds super stupid, but I would love it if Jordan Brand released just like a compilation DVD or a compilation movie of each Jordan release, like a compilation of him wearing the Jordan 1s throughout the years, then the Jordan 2s, then the Jordan 3s, then the Jordan 4s, for every single Jordan release, because then that'd be a cool way to see his achievements being done in these Jordan releases. I mean, who knows, maybe that's in the works, but I doubt it. But I think that would be a cool thing that Jordan Brand should definitely consider doing, just a nice little DVD or a nice little video that you can stream online of him doing all these amazing achievements in all the Jordans over the years. Because obviously I was born in 1999, so I'm missing out on seeing 90% of his achievements live, and also seeing these achievements in general, because they were debuted on TV way before my time. So I don't know, maybe just for my sake, that would be really nice of Jordan Brand to do. I could probably dive into it and find every single image on YouTube somewhere, but I would like a nice compilation done by NBA or the Jordan Brand. I think that would be very nice. But anyway, so here's a brief history of the Air Jordan 11 releases. First in 1996, there we go, initial release in 1996. Then retro iterations followed in 2001, 2008, the CDP package, 2012, and now in 2019. Now, if I vaguely remember hearing from a couple of YouTube videos that I've watched, the 2008 or maybe the 2012, I think it was the 2008 pair, was a big disaster. Apparently that was a very bad retro. It was either the 2008 or 2012, but I'm pretty sure it's the 2008. Again, I wouldn't know, because for an example, in 2001, I was 2 years old. In 2008, I was 9 years old. You know what I mean? In 2012, I was 13, or I turned 13. And then in 2019, I'm 20. I turned 20. So, you know, the first retro that I will have in my memory bank is the 2019 one. So, yeah, that's kind of a scary thought. I mean, obviously, I actually kind of do remember the 2012 pair releasing, because my mate was a huge sneaker fan, and he used to talk to me about sneakers in 2013 all the time. So I do remember him talking about the Jordan 11 Bred from 2012 releasing, because when I became friends with him in 2013, he always used to talk about the 2012 Breds. So crazy to think now, 7 years later, that I'd be talking about the 2019 Bred 11 releases. That's really weird. Okay, let's dive back into it, but complete with the remastered shape. Now, they have remastered in quotation marks, because a lot of Jordan 11 fans say it's the most true to the original, but it still has its flaws that aren't true to the original. But honestly, a one-to-one original is going to be very rare for Jordan Brand. I doubt that they're ever going to get a one-to-one. They might, but honestly, I think this is probably the best we're going to get for a long time to come. So I would say, if you're not too picky about it, the 2019 pair is probably the best we're going to get, and we should probably just be happy with that. But let's keep going. Complete with the remastered shape that aims to keep the total package as true to the original. Yes, apparently it comes with the original box with the Nike swoosh on it and everything, which is kind of amazing. Check out these official images and stay tuned to what is poised to be the best-selling Nike shoe release in the entire history of the brand. That's a big statement to make, but it could be correct. It could actually sell out even with the huge quantity available. So, Air Jordan 11 Retro releases December 14th, 2019 for $220 American dollars. It is a big asking price, but Jordans, when they go up to that price point, it's because they do put a lot of time and effort in their releases. I mean, this Jordan 11 has carbon fiber in the outsole / midsole. It's got patent leather on the upper. This quality, it's not mesh, but the mesh is probably the easiest way to compare it. Upper here is incredibly luxurious, and as it said in this article below, some people consider the Jordan 11 Bred to be the pinnacle of Jordan luxury. I've heard other things. It's other Jordan 11 models that are way better, but it's a debate. It's a debate. As I said, I have no opinion because I don't own any Jordan 11s, so I'm unable to say which one I think is the best. But it is a big debate amongst Jordan 11 fans on which one is better, and according to some, as said in this article, that it is the Bred. So it's a lot the Jordan Brand has riding on their back if they're going to decide to retro this, which is crazy. So where to buy it? You can obviously buy it after it's been sold out in Stadium Goods, but it will be releasing in Nike, Eastbay, Finish Line, and Dick's. I've never heard of Dick's before, but okay. Here are some official images of it. So as you can see, now some critiques that I noted down from a couple of YouTube videos that I watched was that the outsoles are a different color to the OG pairs. Apparently they are not as deep of a red as the original 1996 pairs are. Apparently the quality of the back of the shoe here, this leather here, is apparently not as good as the 1996 pair. The one thing that people did have to say about this being better was the upper quality here was better on the 2019 pair, or looks better than the original 1996 pair, which is interesting to see that there's even like a detail at all on this 2019 pair that's better than the original. So that's kind of crazy to think about. Also, just quickly, I just remembered, apparently there's a critique that when you're looking down at the sneaker, apparently the original, the outsole here, protrudes more outwards so you can actually see it. But in the 2019 pair, it doesn't stick out as much. So some people are a bit iffy about that. As I said, these are comments made by massive Air Jordan 11 fanboys. I mean, to the average day dude who looks at this, they're like, oh, it's a sick Jordan 11, you know, that's awesome. But according to a lot of fanboys of the Jordan 11, these critiques really impact them for the Jordan 11. So I mean, again, I can't make that comparison because one, I didn't have the original pair back in 1996, and I don't own any Jordan 11s. But we'll dive further into it. Here's some official images. It looks like a very clean Jordan 11 release, and you know, you can't go wrong with such a simple color palette of a black upper with a red Jumpman, a red outsole, and a white midsole. It's so clean. Literally, look at that. Like, how could you go wrong with this colorway? Black upper, red detailing with a white midsole and a red outsole. Like, it's perfect. It's just such an amazing colorway. You can wear it with so much, and on the Jordan 11, it just really makes it pop, man. It's just really nice. Obviously, we got some detailing here as well, just like on the original 1996. Zoomed in photos of the back detailing here. Some other images, I would say not as high quality or not as good photos with the lighting, but still very nice. Now, the carbon fiber has been kept to look almost exactly the same as the original in 1996. Some people critiqued that okay, this is like a really small critique, that the little boxes here are more circular on the 2019 pair and not like actual boxes in the 1996 pair. Do you see what I mean? Like, it's the little details that Jordan fans will really notice. So I can't imagine what kind of pressure Jordan Brand would have to go through to try and get this as true to the original. But apparently this is as true to the original as we're gonna get, or as we've gotten so far. A really nice detail, and I do have to give Jordan Brand props for this. I want to thank them so much for doing this. Is just putting Nike Air on the insoles. It may not mean a lot to a lot of people, but I like my Jordan 1s as true to the original as possible, and having the correct branding on them, even on the insoles, is a big plus from me. I'm honestly a huge fan of having correct branding on Jordan releases. In my opinion, even if the Jordan isn't an original colorway that's getting released, I think it should always have true to the original branding on releases. That's how I feel. It's OG or bust, in my opinion. So here's the outsole. Some people were saying the edges here do not protrude or stick out as much as the originals, which they don't like. The outsole is also not as deep of a red as the originals, which again, some people do not like. But again, that all comes down to your personal preference. If you're like a huge Jordan 11 fan or not, that comes down to that. Here it is in the adult sizing. Here it is in the kid sizing, more kid sizing, and the toddler baby sizing, which I thought was really interesting because it doesn't even have a red outsole on the smallest of sizing. And it looks the least like a Jordan 11 in this photo versus this one. Like, this one you can sort of see that it looks like the Jordan 11, but then this one here, it's like, this is barely in a Jordan 11 Bred, like, at all. See how this has got the red outsole, the red Jumpman, this has got the red Jumpman and no red outsole. Like, I would barely even count that as a Jordan 11 Bred. Like, it's borderline Jordan 11 Bred. But they're all the sizings that we're gonna get. As it was explained above, we're getting them in 5 different sizing methods. We're getting them in adult, big kids, little kids, preschool, and toddler offerings. So it's going to be a big release. It is probably going to be the biggest release of December. Even with all the Yeezys that Kanye is releasing this December, which I have got to say is a lot. Kanye is pulling out everything for December. And I will cover them on the channel, obviously. So if you are interested and you're not subscribed, I will cover them on the channel. So just easily subscribe. But that is the Air Jordan 11 Bred. Personally, I think it's a really clean Jordan 11. You can wear it with so many outfits because it is primarily black with a little bit of red. But the red isn't too bright or too off-putting where you'd have to color coordinate an outfit just to wear it. It is just super clean, super easy to wear. I would love to pick up a pair, and I'll have to look into maybe doing that by the end of this year. I might have to just pick up a pair on the resale market in 2020, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes by the end of this year. But that is the Air Jordan 11 Bred coming out on December 14th for a retail price of $220. Let me know how you feel, guys. How do you feel about this releasing in December? Are you going to be picking it up when it releases on December 14th? Do you like the Air Jordan 11? Do you own any Air Jordan 11s? How do you feel about it? Do you own a pair of the OGs from 1996? Are they as good as the originals in 1996? Or are they the best retro that we've gotten so far? Let me know all your thoughts and opinions on the Air Jordan 11 Bred in the comment section below. Whew! Lots to say about the Air Jordan 11 Bred. It's a very nice shoe. The Sneaker News article said it could be the biggest release of the year. That's a big call. When we've had releases with Nike and Sacai, Clot and Nike, all these releases by Yeezy, I would say that Yeezy couldn't get a biggest release of the year. We just haven't had a big Yeezy release that's been really exciting. Sorry, Yeezy and Kanye fans out there, that's just how I feel. Yeezy wouldn't come within the top 3 of the biggest releases this year when it comes to sneakers. It would definitely be Nike or Jordan Brand. They have been killing it this year with a lot of releases, and 2020 only looks to be even better. So I'm very keen for next year. That is the Jordan 11 Bred, as I said, releasing on December 14th for a retail price of $220 in full family sizing. Literally from when you're born till adults, you can wear a pair of these Air Jordan 11 Breds, that's crazy. That's a crazy thought to think about. I'm really keen for the release. I will definitely try and pick it up at some point. I can't give you an estimated time because I'm 20 and ain't got a lot of money. But I would love to pick up a pair at some point, and I'll definitely unbox it on the channel if I do manage to pick up a pair. But yeah, that's absolutely crazy. I'm super keen for this to release. Let me know how you feel about it in that comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you're already not subscribed. I would love to say thank you so much, guys, for subscribing. I'm really happy that we reached 1,700 subs. That's just crazy. That's wild. I didn't even think that we could get to that number, but thank you so much if you are subscribed. That is the Air Jordan 11 Bred. So until the next sneaker release video, guys, until the next streetwear video, I'll catch you later.